Hi guys, welcome back to Alex's Scrapbook, and thank you for watching the third episode of Romanticizing Reality. I don't really have that much to say, but let's get started with this episode. So, when my third year of university started, I was more lost than I ever was. And I think the reason why I wanted to have this physical glow up during the summer was because deep down I just wanted to hide all the feelings I was feeling in the inside. So I was kind of pushing it down and distracting myself by trying to focus on my appearance. In some way, I was using summer to create this new version of me. There's nothing wrong with having a physical glow up. I feel like it's a good thing to have a physical glow up, but I realized that if I really wanted to change as a person, I really had to heal my hidden demons and my inner turmoil that I was feeling in the inside. So, this leads to the next step of romanticizing your life, healing before everything else. At the start of the fall semester, I think the number one thing I was doing besides studying was journaling. I was journaling to replay past moments, to let out everything I felt, and to make sense of everything that had happened. At first, it was painful, like reopening old wounds I thought I had already healed from. Some days, I didn't even know what to write. I just let my thoughts spill onto the page, messy and unfiltered. But over time, the act of writing became something I looked forward to. A quiet ritual where I could finally be honest with myself without judgment. The pages became a mirror for my thoughts, a safe space to explore the confusion, fear, and frustration I had been holding inside. Through journaling, I started to notice patterns in my feelings and behaviors. I began to forgive myself for things I couldn't change, to let go of moments that no longer served me, and to celebrate small breakthroughs I had overlooked. Slowly, the heaviness in my mind softened, replaced with clarity and understanding. What started as a painful exercise became a comforting companion, helping me untangle my thoughts and eventually finding a sense of peace I hadn't known I was capable of holding. I also spent quiet moments alone, just sitting with my own thoughts and letting myself exist without distraction. I love my friends deeply, don't get me wrong, but during that time, I needed space to reconnect with myself and learn who I was beyond the expectation of others. I had to relearn what it felt like to truly enjoy my own company, to listen to my thoughts and feelings without trying to fix or hide them. Those moments of solitude were not lonely. They were necessary, grounding, and strangely liberating. To nurture that connection with myself even further, I started going on a solo date once a month. I would treat myself to something small but meaningful: a coffee at a cafe, a walk through a quiet street, or a little reward for accomplishing a goal. Each solo date became a celebration of who I was, independent of anyone else's approval. In those simple moments, I realized the love I had been searching for wasn't outside of me. It had always been there. I just needed to slow down, be present with myself, and notice it. Hi guys, so I just finished my last exam for the fall semester and now I'm gonna go to another solo date. This will probably be the last solo date of this year. So yeah, I'm gonna go to the mall and I'm gonna eat. Most likely I'm gonna get ramen because it's good for the winter weather. Okay, let's go. Bye. Hi guys. So now I'm back here in the apartment as I just as a while ago I was in the mall and I was kind of having a solo date. I kind of wanted to talk about the benefits I had doing these solo date at least once a month. So the first one is that when you solo date, you get to genuinely do what you like to do. I feel like if ever you're in a relationship, you kind of always have to like compromise with the person on like what they want to do as well. But when it comes to solo dating, you can literally like just like enjoy like the date itself. And for me, like I really wanted ramen to fit into the Christmas spirit because it was cold. So I got ramen. And then I honestly didn't want to spend that much because I'm saving money. So I still enjoyed just by like walking around the mall and looking at the stores. And in the end, I still had fun. Second thing is that when you solo date, I think you get to learn how to find joy within your life. Because I feel like in our perspectives, we always think that like, oh, like the joy will come to us. Like we're just like passive people and like happiness will come to us. But sometimes like you can create your own happiness. Like let's say for example, like in the university, like I did well in an assignment. I would like literally go on a solo date by myself to celebrate. So I feel like going to these like solo dates, in some way I got to create my own happiness. And I feel like that's a practice like we should do in our lives because like we shouldn't wait for like joy to come. We should always like create the joy in our lives, you know? Another thing that I learned is that you get to like understand yourself more and like your identity because like when you plan these dates, you get to like find out on like what you like to do. Like for me, I really like going to like cafes. Whenever I plan to go to like these restaurants that I like, I kind of get to like understand what type of food I'm into, even though like it's such a small detail and it doesn't like fully like describe my whole personality, like it's just food. The thing is like I still get to understand who I am as a person and what I like. Like for me, genuinely, I enjoy like walking around the mall and looking at all the stores and not buying anything. Some people that might be very boring, but for me, I genuinely like looking at the clothes, wearing them, and then I don't get to buy anything, and that's totally fine because I still enjoyed my solo date. The next lesson I learned is that like when you do these like solo dates, you get to like in some way like in the end when you're having these dates, like you're doing it for yourself. And so because of that, I feel like now like I don't really care about like external validation because like at the end of the day, like I don't like tell people like the things that I do like in private, like these solo dates. And I feel like by doing that, by having this like alone time by myself, I get to like just like genuinely like who I am as a person and like enjoy my own company, and like I seek less like external validation because I enjoy my own company. Like I don't really care about like how people perceive me anymore. Like I just care less what other people think of me. Another thing that I want to add to that is that it also like builds your confidence because when you do these solo dates, you always have to do it alone. And like right like a while ago, like in the mall, there was like a bunch of like teenagers and they were all with their friends. And for me, I was conscious, but I wasn't really that conscious anymore because I was like so used to like having solo dates. So by doing this, you also get to like just become more confident in yourself because you're just comfortable with like your own skin. So yeah, these are just like one of the few things I learned when I was like having these solo dates or these quiet moments with myself. And it's still a process. I'm still trying to be a better person in some way and to romanticize my life. But I just wanted to share you guys my lessons. And maybe you guys can also try it out, having a solo date, maybe into the year 2026. Also, I made my background Christmas because it's kind of Christmas at this moment as I'm recording this. And I want to have a nice background. But yeah, okay, let's move on to the next clip. The thing about being a people pleaser is that for so long, I spent my energy trying to control how others felt about me. I wanted to be liked, to fit in, to make everyone else comfortable. But it was exhausting. Slowly, I realized that the only person I could truly influence was myself. So I started focusing on what I could do to make my life better, to invest in myself instead of seeking approval from others. One way I did that was through my studies. I really wanted to make the dean's list, even though I was already in my third year and hadn't achieved it yet. So I began romanticizing being a student. I dressed up for myself, set up a cozy and aesthetic study space, and celebrated even the smallest victories. In the process, I remembered that I'm living a dream my younger self never imagined. Studying abroad, experiencing life in ways I only once dreamed about. I had spent so much time worrying about what others thought that I forgot to notice the blessings I already had. Focusing on myself, rather than trying to prove anything to anyone else, suddenly felt natural. And convincing myself that I was worth the effort didn't feel like a struggle anymore.
So, in the end, I learned that romanticizing reality is more than just the physical glow up. It's more than just like romanticizing your routines or like dressing up. Because at the end of the day, if you really want to make a change, you really have to face like the inner work. And it can be just as simply as facing your own problems or investing in yourself or learning how to be alone and enjoy your own company. Like these were the things that actually made me grow as a person and really made my inner glow shine. So the one major takeaway you guys should be getting from this video is to not just fall in love with the aesthetic. You should also like learn how to fall in love with yourself in the process because that's the glow up that's gonna last forever. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I can't believe this is the third episode of Romanticizing Reality. So I'll see you guys next time for the next episode. Bye!